I think that the bands, there's more of a camaraderie going on. You know, it's more 90s, so to speak. And after you know, the unfortunate tragedy last year, the bands are a little more aware of everything this year, you know.
How many guitars do you actually bring with you to a festival like this?
One. No, actually, I don't know. I think my guys got about 10 or 15.
How many do you actually end up playing on stage?
Oh, about, I play two normal guitars, two normal 7-strings, that's normal. I play the heart guitar, I play a flame guitar, and that's about it.
Are we going to see the double neck guitar today?
You mean the triple neck?
The triple neck.
The big red triple neck? The one that's shaped like a heart?
Yeah.
You know I love to get on stage with a big red heart on.
It's a concert, it's an exchange of feelings and passions with the crowd, you know, and the bigger the crowd, and if you can develop an intimacy with them with this kind of environment, then it transcends sex.
How have you been preparing for this festival?
I haven't. I've just tried to put it in the back of my mind because I tend to get very wound up emotionally and get very nervous about things.
Now, is your drive and ambition still as strong tonight as it was when you played the previous 2 times, do you think?
I think you'll have to tell me afterwards. I'm just going to do the best I can and hopefully not try too hard, which is bound to diffuse whatever. You know, that's always the problem when you want it to be fun. You know, I tend to try it too hard and pay for it later. So I'm just going to try to pace it.
Why do you think that Donington is so special as a festival?
It's British. It's all things British. I mean, that's it, you know. And because of the size of the United Kingdom, you have the Irish, the Scottish, the Welsh, and the English coming. And of course, you know, I know there's people from Spain and Germany and France. It's a very European event. You know, for instance, when you play in Germany, there won't be so many British going there. You know, this is a very British event.
Do you have one particular memory of a past Donington that has stuck in your mind?
Praying and for the sun to come out and stuff and having my prayers answered. We've been very fortunate. When at 81 it poured down with rain when we were special guests of AC/DC, apart from when we were on. So that was, we were in God's good books that day, and evidently today, because when I woke up this morning it was pouring with rain.
But now we've got beautiful sunshine, so it's going to be okay. Did you have any say in this year's lineup?
Yeah, I wanted Thunder and the Choir Boys because I think the finest of new British rock. I think they're definitely going to develop into to something which is a crossover, a transatlantic crossover, very comfortably if they get the right support, because it's all there. It's all there. Spike, Danny, the great vocalists in the great British tradition. Poison are a great fun rock band, and Aerosmith, of course, have been quality from day one. You know, I think it's a great, even though diverse, it still has a common denominator that the audience can enjoy. I'm very excited with it. I'm really pleased. Europe and Britain are the foundation of Whitesnake, so it's been getting the dust off a couple of older songs. But also I have to bear in mind that my new musicians don't have anything to do with that, going that far back. So I mean, I have to respect the fact that we have to present some of the newer stuff as well. But there are certain songs which I think will be pleasing for the kids, but if we perform it right, of course. And we'll just do the best we can.
Now, how is the current Whitesnake lineup different to that of musicians previously associated with the band?
Well, in terms of aggressive, high-energy rock, this is like the ultimate, I think. I'm blessed with the fact that these are like the ultimate players. Vi is a phenomenal, beyond universe musician. Adrian is a more traditional guitarist, but stunning, blues-based, and a great composer, a charming man and one of my best friends. Rudy is born to be a rock god, rock star, or whatever. There's nothing else that Rudy could do. And Tommy, of course, is the most thunderous drummer I've ever known. A relentless passion behind his drums.
How do you see the future of Whitesnake?
I have no idea. We finished in September in Japan, and I was planning to take a little kind of hiatus just to I haven't really had a day off for over 4 years, and I don't want to be making as many mistakes as I've made over the last year. I just need, the most precious commodity in my life is time, and I'm not devoting enough to what I believe is important to my development as a man, and which will translate professionally. You know, I've been a bit of a jackass most of this year, I think.
And finally, what are your kind of feelings at this very minute, your kind of attitude to go on stage tonight?
I'm extraordinarily nervous, and I'm getting very dry, which is another sign of it. I don't think it's fear. It's just I want it to go so well. I want it to be very special, and I know it's up to so many different factors. You know, there are absolutely no guarantees. I do not take for granted that it's going to be the most spectacular show, but you know, we'll do our best. That's one thing about Whitesnake. We always try to do our best.
Now, we've been hearing a lot of rumours in the press and so on about Steve and Whitesnake.
Does it look like he's going to leave Mrs. Coverdale's little boy?
let me tell you this. There was some alleged press statements that I allegedly let out to the press that I was leaving Whitesnake. Total rumors. You know, those are absolute rumors. I enjoy my time with Whitesnake. I think more than any guitarist could possibly enjoy a situation. And
I slept with him the night I heard about the press release, and it was just sealed the deal forever.
But we don't want to say anything because, you know, no, actually, you know, a certain amount of that type of press actually keeps a mystique going, and but it's getting a little out of control. And it came to the point where we read something in the press the other day where we were fighting and having arguments, and you know, a lot of that's just, it's a little tacky and whatever, but it's press, you know, and we don't really take it seriously until it starts really pointing in the wrong directions.
We have worked together for almost 2 years and never had a crossword.
Never.
The most important, with whatever, all my experiences from the past and Stephen's experiences from the past, we discussed before we even committed to each other. In terms of, and Stephen said to me months ago, what do you want to do? I said, I need a break, because I haven't had a day off for over 4 years. So it looked like the tour was probably going to climax at the end of September, when it would be lunacy for Stephen not to promote his album. It would be nothing short of ridiculous. You know, the only thing I've ever asked of Stephen is Whitesnake is a priority.
It has been, you know.
You know, and I endorse, when I've done interviews, I've discussed his album and stuff. I'm very proud of the work he did on the album, and I'm very proud to work with him. Simple fact. You know, the thing is, in Britain, the press, of course, without, you know, creating controversy, they just still, you know, contrive it just for the sake of it. And you know, it's sad that we have to waste our time doing this, you know. The situation is, there isn't a problem.
Yeah, it would seem like the natural thing that the press would pick up on, you know, because I do have a record out right now that's doing fairly well.
It's doing very well, dear boy.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, it was David's suggestion that I quote a couple of the songs off my record in our show. He was the first one I played the record for, and, you know, his blessings were sincere.
I said to him, release it the same day as we put Slip of the Tongue out, you know. And just if he does well, superb, you know, within the circumstances. And it's been extremely successful, and it deserves the success because of who he is and how it is. Who he is and how it is.
And I think I can speak on behalf of all the bands here at Donington today, and on the behalf of Whitesnake and the audiences, we're going to make this a historical event with all the bands, you know, and I think it's something Europe's going to remember.